This episode of Oldie but a Goodie is brought to you by Paul Noodle, PhD candidate, live at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's what this episode is brought to you by.
Cool.
Yeah, is it?
Yes.
Hello and welcome to Oldie but a Goodie. Zach,
Yeah.
it's episode 10.
Woo! Big
We've
10,
done 10
two
of these.
numbers. Yep. All right, we're done.
We're
Packing
done.
up. Thank you very much for
How's our
listening.
mission?
It's been real good time. I've really enjoyed. Well, there was like one good movie. Goodie was good.
My name's Sandro, that's Zach.
Hi. How's it going?
We are historians.
Okay.
Because
That's a bold claim.
we are looking through time.
That
Well, more specifically, the year 1994.
yes, in a way, yeah, you could claim
We
that.
are living the lives of
That's a
the
bit of a
cinema
stretch.
going public during that time.
I feel bad for the cinema going public at that time.
What we do every single episode, we have a look at a movie from 1994, not in any order, in order of release. So this is the second week of March.
Yeah.
This film that we're talking about came out in the second week of March, back in 94.
Yeah.
And we basically do a full synopsis review, have a look at it, and decide once and for all if it is an oldie or a goodie. This week we are reviewing a movie that I chose.
It was a good choice.
It was good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, no, honestly, I like this movie, so I thought it was a good choice, you know?
It was a bit of fun. The other options that I had to choose from were Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yeah, which I think also would have been pretty good, but...
It was a huge box office success,
So maybe we'll check it out at some point,
we
like
should.
do a what were the most popular movies of this year? Here we take a look at the most popular ones, because we want to see some good films rather than garbage.
Apparently it's not very good. I've talked to a lot of people who have rewatched it recently and said
Scratch that
doesn't
last
hold
part.
up.
We just want to see it because we want to see how garbage it is.
and see if it deserves...
To be fair, that's like all the movies we're watching at the moment, so yeah.
True. And then there was the Nicolas Cage one, Guarding Tess.
I do love me some Cage.
I mean, like, you can check it out in the
Yeah,
meantime
yeah,
if you want
maybe.
to. And then there was The Ref, which was a comedy about this guy who invades a house and holds a couple hostage.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Can I retract that? Not as nice as could be, but hey, at least he's getting involved.
On the topic of the choices, though,
Yeah.
we got some feedback.
Ooh.
Shout out to Ian Bodkin from the US of A,
Ooh.
who says, "Can't wait for you to look at Hudsucker Proxy.
Ah.
The Ref, though, is also amazing."
Oh, interesting.
He says that you may have to do both. It's so good.
Really?
It's basically Dennis Leary doing stand-up for like 90 minutes
That sounds awesome.
with a plot.
That sounds awesome.
So, I don't know. Maybe
we'll have to
check
check
it
that out. Do
Some
like a
spare time.
bonus
Yeah.
bonus episode.
Not against that.
It's called the we were told this movie was good. That's a good name for it. We were told this movie
We
was
were
good.
told that this movie is good. Is a great name
Yeah.
for like
we
a
just
spin-off podcast.
Yeah, do some movies that we were told were good.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Let's get into Hudsucker. It was released 11th of March, 94. For the cast, you got Tim Robbins, plays Norville Barnes.
Good. I liked him.
He's great. He's a really good actor. He's done a lot of things, especially in the early 90s. In fact, in 94, he did Shawshank Redemption.
Really?
He was one of the leads in that, which, of course, we will be checking out.
Of course. Yeah.
Possibly the biggest film next to Lion King of the year.
Yeah.
A big one.
Lion King's the best movie ever. Sorry.
Especially of this year.
Yeah.
And by this year, I don't mean the 2019 version.
Oh.
I mean the 1994 version.
God, I definitely meant the 2019 version.
Oh,
Lion King.
wow.
Live action. That's exactly what everyone was asking for. I remember
It's not live action, though, but, you know.
No. I remember it's definitely live action. You see those lions? They're real lion actors.
They're all real. They're real lions.
Lions really acting with real voices.
Jennifer Jason Leigh also has a leading role in this as news reporter Amy Archer.
Yeah, she's good too.
She was good.
Yeah, she has a weird accent, but we'll get to that.
It's very weird, but it's also amazing.
It's
so
great.
totally on board. And the other lead is Paul Newman. He plays the second-hand man of the company in the film.
Right. Yes.
He's done everything. He's done
no.
Cat
He
on a
was,
Hot
he was,
Tin Roof.
He was great in this movie.
He was good.
He was a good bad guy.
Yeah.
He was a good bad guy.
It is a Coen Brothers film, though. In terms of the writing, collaboration with Evil Dead and Spider-Man's Sam Raimi.
Well, there you
He
go.
helped write it. So it worked on a budget of $25 million.
Ooh, that's pretty dollar.
Pretty large. It is one of the bigger film releases that we've done so far, though. And because of that, we know how much the marketing was.
Yeah.
Extra $15 million on top of that.
Ooh, dang.
So all up, it cost about $40 million.
Yeah, that's interesting coming from Greedy.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what the marketing was for that, and that flopped massively. Did that have, like, no marketing? How did that... Yeah, this one.
What do you think it made?
I'm going to think it's, like, minimum $40 million. There we go.
Yeah, no.
How much did it make?
$2.8 million.
Oh, that's not good.
This was a huge flop.
Yeah, far out. I thought this would be mildly successful.
Like, what would you expect it and hope it to be?
40 million. That's it.
A success.
Or
just
like,
break even, yeah.
Or even 30 million.
Yeah, like, even that is pretty good. It wasn't critically received super well. 56% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fair. That's fair. I would have given it a little more, but yeah.
I would have gone like 75, maybe.
I would have gone like 69.
Nice.
Nice. From Greedy and now this, that they're both flopped, but they're both like pretty enjoyable films.
I guess because it opened alongside Four Weddings and a Funeral as well.
Yeah,
That
that's the
probably
thing.
has something.
A lot of both of these, I think, were affected a lot by other films just being more successful.
Yeah. Weirdly, they're all comedies that are doing well
Yeah.
as well. Like, Ace Ventura was the
Yeah.
first huge success, then Four Weddings and a Funeral. Just two comedies. How's that?
Interesting. Interesting stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go through the plot. Zach, it opens.
Yes.
It opens on a dark and snowy
On
night.
a dark and snowy night.
It doesn't actually open like that.
No, it opens with like silent credits.
Yeah, for like a minute?
Yeah,
a
yeah,
while.
like a minute with the credits. And I got confused. I thought the audio wasn't working.
You did. You did
Yeah,
think that.
yeah.
You,
I was like...
you freaked out a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, is the audio not working? What? But eventually, it cuts to the snow. We see like the city, and it's sort of zooming in on it.
New York City.
Yes.
The year is 1958,
Yeah.
but only for 1 minute longer,
Yeah.
as it is almost 1959.
Yeah, so it's like the New Year's sort of thing is kicking over. It's snowing. It's nighttime.
We see the building that this film takes place in, which is the Hudsucker building.
Yeah, it sort of zooms onto it as this giant clock at the very top of it, which is ticking away, which is just about to hit midnight, which is when the New Year kicks over.
We see a man step out of a window.
Yeah, on the top floor. And he's sort of leaning back against the wall.
Yeah. And the narrator goes, we'll get back to that. But first...
It rewinds back to a couple of months back.
Yeah. So we see the main guy, played by Tim Robbins.
Yeah, who we learn later on his name's Norval. I don't know if they say it at any point at the start that his name's Norval.
They probably do, but it's in like a thick New York accent.
Yeah, something like that. I just miss it completely. Anyway, he's looking for a job.
Yeah.
All the jobs need experience.
So relatable, isn't
yes.
it? Oh, dear.
It's relatable. 2019. Need a job, need experience.
Even in the 50s.
Yeah, no.
This was happening.
He goes to a coffee shop. He gets a coffee. He's just looking for jobs in the newspaper and stuff.
He drinks the coffee after just be like, I can't find anything in this newspaper. He puts the coffee down. He walks out. The person manning the coffee store picks up the coffee cup, goes to wash it. We see that the coffee cup has made a perfect circular stain around a job at the Hudsucker building.
Very, very cute.
And then the paper proceeds to follow him down the street.
Yes, because he opens the door and the wind blows it out and it sort of follows him, slaps him in the face. I liked how it had low pay, long hours written on the newspaper job, which I thought was very funny.
Long pay, no hours, and no experience needed.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It cuts to inside the Hudsucker building industries at the top floor in a big conference room with this giant, like, long table.
Bunch of old men sitting around a table.
Yeah. And one guy is talking about how the business is doing, and it's doing really well. Business is booming, stocks are going up.
Yeah. Well, you say that they're all happy, but that's not true.
Yeah.
One member, the man himself, Mr. Hudsucker, he's not very happy.
Yeah.
He, he's just been looking at his watch for the entirety of the meeting.
Yeah.
Waiting for it to hit midday.
Yeah.
And it does hit midday. And what does he do, Zach?
He puts his watch down. He clears his throat. Everybody's watching looking at him. Thank you, Sandro. He puts his cigar down.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a very heavy cigar.
Yeah. Wow, that cigar was weighted. Like, had rocks in it. What was he smoking?
Yeah,
I guess he's a bit of a stoner.
Oh. That was actually pretty solid. That was a good joke. I enjoyed that. Good fun.
Thanks, Sandro.
And then what does he do?
Glad for your support. Anyway, he hops up on the table. Okay, he's apparently lighter than his cigarette. Then he runs the full length of this boardroom table.
Yep, just runs down the table.
And jumps out the window.
Yep.
And then we have a scene of him falling down the thing.
It's a pretty good effect. You know, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah, no.
But immediately after that, we get some comic relief as the members around the table react to it. And I wrote down a couple of these lines because I thought they were amazing.
Yeah.
One of the guys, like, he cuts the tension with a knife and goes, well, they could have just opened the window.
Which is a good point.
It's a good point. The guy continues to do a eulogy. He's like, Mr. Hudsucker was a great man. He built this company from the ground. Every single step that he took was on the way up.
Yeah.
Except for his last step.
Yikes. They talk about how tall the building is.
Yeah.
I can't believe he fell down 25 floors. 26, not counting the mezzanine. They mentioned this several times as a recurring joke. Not counting the mezzanine.
The Coen Brothers and their writing is so good.
It's great.
It's so great. Snappy. I think this is like one of the first films where, like, comedically, their writing is just second to none. It's so good in this movie.
Yeah. They start talking about business because, like, what's going to happen now that the boss has just gone and jumped out the window.
I like how they just immediately turn to business as well.
Yeah, only one of them, of course, it's only one of them, is like, how could you guys be talking about this after he just jumped out the window? He's so upset.
Yeah.
But yeah, they talk about what are they gonna do, you know?
Turns out that now that he's gone, once midnight on New Year's hits,
all his stocks, all of them are going to be available to buy.
Yes.
All the Hudsucker stocks.
Which means some random person who absolutely hates the business can buy up the majority of the shares and control the company.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not having any of that.
They have to drop the stocks and make the company go into a dive.
Yeah.
So that when they go on sale, they'll be super cheap and they can buy them all up.
Yeah. I like during this scene how everyone at the end of the table near the window had some super heavy wind effects on them.
Yeah.
Because, like, they are at the top of a very tall building. Yeah. So it makes sense that the wind would be very heavy going through that broken window.
And then it's just like their grey hair just flying everywhere. Yeah.
It was good. Mr. What's his name again? Norville.
I
always forget his character's name.
Yeah, it's a perfectly forgettable name, which is great. He's down in the paper room, paper sorting room, mail sorting room, something like that.
Yeah, one of those. I'm pretty sure it's mail. Yeah,
is like one guy is like telling him his job. And he keeps repeating the phrase, or we'll dock your pay. Yeah. After he says something. It's like, come in late, even by 5 seconds, we'll dock your pay. Missort a letter, dock your pay. Take longer than necessary break, dock your pay.
They get interrupted by the arrival of the blue letter.
Yes.
Everyone in the building is scared. They've run off. There's loud music. Lights are blaring. It's like, the blue letter is coming. The blue letter is coming.
Because apparently this blue letter usually always has terrible news. And you have to take the blue letter personally up to the boss and hand it to him.
Yeah.
Which, pretty much means you're sacked or whatever immediately. Because you'll be in a terrible mood and all that.
Yeah.
So everybody's running from this blue letter.
Everybody except for our hero, who is like, yes, I will take it if you want me to, I guess.
And by that, he couldn't find a place to hide.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, you take this. And he's like, what?
So,
it's great.
It was good.
Anyway, so he has to hop in an elevator to get to the top floor. And there's like a elevator guy who runs the elevator and all that. He's like one of the best characters in this film.
He makes so many puns
He
and
makes
jokes about the dead CEO.
Do you know what the street's wearing? Mr. Hudsucker! Do you know what goes down 46 floors and then goes splat? Mr. Hudsucker!
Just keeps doing it. So they go straight to the top floor.
I did make a note. The secretary lady for the boss, she looks like the teacher from Jimmy Neutron.
All right, I'm looking this up.
No. You have to look it up. She looks almost exactly like it.
So Mrs. Fowl.
Without the glasses, because she doesn't wear glasses.
So we're talking about Mrs. Fowl from Jimmy Neutron.
Yes.
Look, yeah.
Maybe she has a little less of a nose, but yeah, she looks almost exactly like it.
Her hair was a little bit darker. It wasn't grey.
Yeah, like a younger.
Yeah.
Like after she quit this job, she went to be a teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know. It was really. I was like, oh, that looks very much like her.
What year did the Jimmy Neutron movie come out?
I don't know, actually.
2001. Ah, damn it.
2001, not 1994.
Man, that animation would be rough to watch
Yeah,
now.
no. It's rough to watch when you watch it.
It's true.
Jimmy Neutron animation was weird.
It really was. 75% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's solid.
Damn. Wow, they did great. Yeah,
Jimmy Neutron may be small, but he has a big brain. He exemplifies the term boy genius with his numerous adventures, inventions, and gadgets. Cool.
Anyway, back to the film. Sorry, yeah.
So he goes into the second-in-hand office.
Second in command, yeah.
Played by Paul Newman.
Yeah.
This character's name, I was never able to nail down. I could never figure out what the character's name was. Like, there were some moments where it sounded like they were saying Mossburger. There were some moments where it sounded like they were saying other versions of that.
Yeah, Mossy Burger or Mosk Burger.
Yeah.
Or Moss Burger. Yeah, no.
It's very hard to figure out what that character was called.
I
just watching it.
He was the bad guy. That's what I called him.
Yeah, he's the bad old business bloke.
Yep.
So Robbins goes into his office.
Yep.
He slowly approaches this guy's table.
Yeah, good old Norval's
going up. He's holding this letter.
But Norville, he doesn't give him the letter first. He thinks, I'm in front of the boss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly pitch this thing that I've been working on. It's taken me a while to come up with this concept, and I'm gonna pitch this concept to the boss first, then give him the letter.
Yes. So he pulls out this piece of paper with a circle drawn on it. A perfect circle.
Perfect circle.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? What is this circle? And he's like, for kids.
It's a circle for kids. It makes sense. I perfectly understood what he meant. I don't know why you think that it was so confusing. It's a circle for kids. It makes complete sense.
I had no idea.
It'd make the company millions.
Yes. The CEO then, bad guy is now paying full attention to him, hang on a minute, son. He goes round the table, puts a cigar in his mouth, and it's like,
try out the seat.
Put your feet up.
How does it feel like being in command?
Yeah. He talks to him and tries to get facts about how stupid he is, but turns out Norval was very successful, and he's got an education, and he was voted most likely to succeed and all this stuff, and he's like, get out, you're useless. You're not the dumbass I'm looking for. Then follows the scene where Novel accidentally burns the contract, chucks it in the bin, lights the bin on fire. He tries to stamp out the fire, gets his foot stuck in the bin. Eventually, he runs around, eventually gets it off his foot, and just piffs it out the window, breaking the window.
Another broken window. This company has so many broken windows.
They got to get better windows. Then the CEO guy's contract, which is on the table,
starts blowing out the window.
Yep.
And he's like, no, the contract. And he tries to grab it. And then Neely falls out the window.
He does.
Luckily, Norval catches him by his trousers.
Yeah, by his trousers.
Then we get a weird scene.
Yeah, so, like, he's hanging out the window, looking at his trousers, and they start to rip a little bit. Flashback to, maybe like a couple months ago.
Where he was getting suited by this kind gentleman.
Yeah.
And he say, I'll do double stitches for you. Good double stitches, keep these pants last forever. And he's like, no. Just one stitch will do.
Just one stitch will do.
But with 2 stitches, these pants will last forever. They'll be wonderful. 2 stitches is great. And he's like, why would I need my trousers to last forever? 1 stitch will be fine. Don't worry about it.
Flash to the present, and he's there hanging, and he sees his pants are ripping, and he's like,
damn.
Should have gotten the double stitches. But then flash back to a couple hours after his first fitting.
Yeah.
And turns out the
guy's
person...
like, I'll double stitch it anyway.
For free. He does it for free.
Yeah, it's like this fake out scene, which is done really, really well.
It might be my favourite scene in the film.
It's so silly.
It's very good.
Anyway, so the pants are ripping, and then they get caught on the double stitches, and it's like, phew! And he puts the cigar back in his mouth. Cut to a montage of them promoting Norval to CEO.
They promote him to CEO because he completely trashed this guy's office, and they're like, he's dumb, we can control him.
He's an idiot.
I think there's like some newspaper clippings, and one of them says the stock is falling. It's the lowest it's ever been for Hudsucker.
Well, there you go. It's working. Their plan's working.
All right, Zach, time for an ad. We'll get back to Hudsucker Proxy in a second.
Yep.
But just very quickly, just want to let everyone know.
Okay.
Today's episode of Oldie Buddy Goodie, sponsored, sort of,
by
a Paul Noodle PhD candidates show Red Noodle Blue at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival.
That sounds fun. What's that about?
So it's a show that me and my mates Jacob and Jack are doing. We are a 3-piece comedy trio.
A very funny one, I might add.
Oh, thank you very much. We've got a show at the Comedy Festival running from the 26th of March to the 7th of April at 8:30 at the Tasman Terrace, which is really close to like the Parliament area of Melbourne. So pretty central, pretty easy to get to. The show, Zach, is about our director, Paul Noodle.
Yes, Mr.
He's a pool noodle.
Oh.
He's a red pool noodle, but the thing is, he wants to be a blue pool noodle.
You gotta have dreams in life.
That's right. And he's missing. He's gone missing. And we don't know where he is, and we gotta find him, bring him back to the show, and be like, Paul, we miss you, buddy.
Don't feel so blue, Mr. Paul.
We definitely don't say that joke during the show.
You should. It's a great joke. Solid compliment.
It's us, adventure through space, adventure through time.
Damn.
It's madness.
This Paul Noodle gets
That's
around.
Right. If you enjoy sketch comedy like Monty Python,
I do.
More recently, Key and Peele, like Arnie Donna or something like that.
Good one.
That's what we're doing.
Oh, cool. That sounds good.
Plus, Zach,
What do you mean plus?
if you buy tickets right now
Whoa.
and use the code word noodle, you can get 40% off.
40% off. That's a lot of dollars.
% off.
Savings right there.
Yeah, so comedyfestival.com.au, just look up Paul Noodle PhD candidate, code word noodle, get 40% off.
Nice.
Come say hi.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Yeah.
You'll be there once.
Maybe.
Or twice. Or 3 times.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Back to the episode. We cut to the newspaper offices.
Yep.
And editor-in-chief of...
The newspaper.
Yep. He wants a story.
Yep.
He wants
more pictures of Spider-Man.
He wants that too. Again, like, it makes sense that Sam Raimi wrote Spider-Man after this because of stuff like that.
Because, you know, he's in New York.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was swinging around probably around that time, you know? No, it's not mentioned in the film.
In the 50s?
You know, yeah. No.
I mean, Tobey Maguire is pretty old.
Yeah. You know, it's Spider-Man. He's swinging around.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. Anyway.
We're introduced to a writer at the at this newspaper, played by Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Yeah.
The character is Amy Archer, who is the most New Yorkiest New Yorker to ever New York.
She comes in with this accent. Oh boy, is it like the fakest, most put on New Yorker accent? Oh, Jimmy, yeah, we put on the accent and it sounds real weird. Yeah, it's really weird. It sounds forced, but it's great because she does it for the rest of the entire movie.
And she talks
kind of funny.
Really, really fast.
She talks
lots of words.
really fast. She talks a whole lot of words, but it's really easy to talk really fast with a New Yorker accent, just like that. Yeah.
I think she might be my favorite performance.
Yeah,
because it's so in your face and it's so intense and it's just it's great. So she is like, I'll go and I will
find out who the new CEO is.
Yeah.
Who's this guy? What's this all about?
And she's like won a bunch of awards for her investigative journalism, where she like infiltrates a community and gets information about them. So she plans to do the same thing for this new CEO.
So it cuts to a scene where we're in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Norval's getting like a coffee and some food. He seems very distracted. She comes in.
Yep.
And there's like two cops or a cop and a worker guy in the background. They're friends.
If this scene took place now, they'd probably be podcasters.
Yeah, you know what?
They'd be podcasters as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Two idiots in a room just narrating. And this is a great scene. This is one of the best. This is probably my favorite scene.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Where these two guys are narrating this whole scene where this lady comes in.
Oh, yes.
A dame.
It's a dame. It's a dame. She's gonna try and get this guy to pay for her meal.
She's gonna pull the old, I forgot my money trick. But he's not paying attention. Maybe this guy is smarter than he looks.
Or maybe.
Probably not, though. Probably just not paying attention. She's going to have to try for something different here. She's pulling out the waterworks.
Oh, she's doing a bit of a teary.
Yep. No, that's fair.
Yep.
Now she's got his attention.
What is he doing? He's ignoring her.
Yep. She's losing him. She's going to have to pull out. Oh, she does it. She pulls out a fainter. Yeah, it's great. It's a really great scene. She pretends to faint.
Yeah.
And he carries her all the way to the building.
Yeah, so she faints, this person who doesn't know, and he's like, well, I guess I'll carry her to my office.
Yep, which is at the top of this building.
Sure, why not?
So, yeah.
I'm guessing she woke up pretty quickly from her fake faint.
Yeah.
Because as soon as they walk into the office, she's back to her old self, see?
Yeah, she's talking really fast about how she's just new to the town and all these lies. He's struggling to carry her. He's out of breath. It was kind of funny.
It was good.
They sit down. He gets them drinks.
Yep.
Meanwhile, she quickly runs over to his desk, tries to find any information on her.
Yeah.
She can't find anything except one thing.
One thing, which is his town where he grew up in.
Yes.
The name of the town. So she drops a hint during conversation that she is from that town as well.
You're a Mudsy girl.
What is this? And then he offers her a job because he's like, you're new here. Come and work at my place. It'll be good. She continues to do some investigating.
Yeah.
And pokes around his office after dark.
Yeah.
And finds this door that leads into the inner workings of the clock.
Yeah.
Because the way the building is set out is like the highest floor, you've got the clock in the center, you've got the CEO's office on one side, and then you've also got the second in command's office on the other side.
Yeah.
And there's like this walkway through the clock to get to either office.
Yeah, but it's like staff only.
Yeah.
She then peeks through a lock, sees them talking about the plan for the stocks to dropping and all that. A worker in the clock is like, "Hey Archie, what are you doing?"
Yeah, he's just this guy, you know, he's working on the clock, but he happens to know who she is and exactly what she's doing there.
Yeah, because this clock guy, he's a real important guy. He's a cool guy.
And he just explains that, you know, you haven't gotten the whole story correct. He's not
actually stupid. He's actually quite smart.
Yeah.
He's just a bit, you know, naive and all that.
Yeah. And so she's like, well, if that's the case, I've got to publish the truth.
We cut to
Like later on in the evening.
later on in the evening where he's out on the balcony.
Yeah.
He's all depressed.
He's like,
and then,
oh dear, like this isn't going well. Amy comes up and is like, hey, cheer up, fella.
"Oh, cheer up, governor!"
These accents, we are butchering these accents today.
It's great. Hello, governor. Why are you so downy flopsy? You gotta pick yourself up. You hear? Exact quote.
Exact quote.
They talk for a bit.
They talk. They start flirting a little bit.
Yeah, it gets a little weird where he talks about reincarnation.
Yeah.
Like, the way reincarnation works, how you turn into an animal.
Oh, that's right. He's like, I wonder what we were in past lives.
Yeah, I think you would be a sleek gazelle with long legs, and maybe we met in a previous life, and
she's like, oh, don't be silly. What are you talking about? Don't
what are you
call me
talking
gazelle.
about? And it's like, well, can I call you dear?
It's a good joke. I like that joke a lot. It's
Yeah.
very funny.
Anyway,
like he
so-
reveals that he's got a big presentation the following day.
Yep.
And she's like, well, best of luck.
Yeah, and he's like, how about a kiss for luck, eh? And she's like, yeah, sure.
Sure.
And then they get the good smooching on. They get some good romance happening.
I mean, it was pretty obvious that was going to happen from the get-go.
Obviously.
We cut to the presentation.
Where he's got this circle.
Yes, he's got a circle on a whiteboard and is like, this is it. You know, for kids. It's going to change the game.
And then it's revealed. It's a hula hoop.
And the circle is a hula hoop.
And I was like, oh, it's a hula hoop. Of course.
It's a great reveal.
Yeah, no,
Like,
it's great.
All throughout the film, there's been these hints to, like, there's a circle. It's been working in a circle.
Yeah,
you know,
what
for
is
kids.
this circle?
What's a circle?
What
It's
is
a
this
hula hoop.
circle for kids? I don't get it. Why is it exercise? Of course, it's a hula hoop.
We then get a montage of the various departments approving the hula hoop to go into mass production. I particularly liked the sections that were a couple, you know, sly, a businessman trying to come up with the name.
What were the names? Tell us the names.
There's the Flying Donut.
The Flying Donut, a good one.
A good one. How about the Belly Go Round?
Belly Go Round, I like that one. That's a good one.
That is a good one. We could go a little bit smarter. The Wacky Circumference.
That's not very catchy, that one.
The Hipster.
There's already... no, we need less hipsters in the world.
The Shazamator.
I like this one. I think I'd name my dog this one.
They then try to, like, include it with the company name, and they're like, the Hoop Sucker, or the Hudswinger.
No, those are bad. That's a bad one.
And they decide to call it the Hula Hoop.
Yeah, one guy's like, wait a minute. I got it. And they're like, you got it? I got it. And then we cut to, like, Hula Hoop.
The Hula Hoop. They've still got to test it out, though. They've got to make sure that it's explosion-proof.
Yes, for some reason, they set a dummy up with explosives and put this hula hoop around it. It explodes, and the only thing left is this hula hoop going round this foot.
So good.
It's like, what? Anyway.
So it gets approved. Everyone approves it. They're all like, this is great. This is the best thing ever to ever to be invented. They put it into the market, and unfortunately, it doesn't do very well.
Yes, no one's interested in this weird thing.
The price keeps getting reduced.
Yeah, he's reducing prices, and eventually the shopkeeper just throws them out
Yeah.
because he can't get anyone to buy him.
And one of them rolls down the street and lands at the foot of a child.
And the child's like, "Oh, what's this? This looks pretty neat. I've got a hula hoop." And he starts to hula hoop. Then recess or school finishes, and like all these kids pour out and they like run down the street, and then they see this kid.
Yep.
He's hula hooping.
What is this? He's doing some mad tricks as well.
Yeah, it's like this 5-year-old kid. He's doing some hula hooping. He like hula hoops with one foot.
Yep.
He hula hoops with his shoulder and his arm, and they're like, "Oh, that looks amazing!" And then they storm the kids' store,
The shop, and then it's like, let's put up the price. So the price keeps going up and up and up and up and up.
The price, it goes back to its original price. Then it like doubles its price.
What?
Yeah. And then business is amazing, and we cut back to like the Hudsucker thing. Norville's looking all sad and depressed, and then she's like, "Yes, it's going well," and he's like, "Yeah,
We did it.
He gets like mail from everyone congratulating him, and a call from the president.
The president is like, "Look, son, you did well on this. I got to admit, good on you. You've done your country proud."
Yep. Everyone's real pleased with you, boy. Good work. You're a true American, and all that.
But, you know, with the success of the hula hoop comes the people wanting another invention.
Yeah. Everybody's
want
like
something else.
psyched for his next invention. What's it gonna be? And they're all reporting, but he hasn't really come up with the next step.
He hasn't really, no. So while he's trying to come up with the next invention, we cut to the board, and the board are like, "Wow, our stocks are higher than they've ever been. I wonder how much money I've made with my shares in this company."
Wow. They sold them.
They sold them all to make the stock drop, and and one of the members is like, "I can't believe it.
I can't believe you did this.
I lost all this money. You know what? That's it." And do you know what he does?
Yep, he stands up on the table and he's like, "I've got to get off this merry-go-round."
Yep.
And he runs just like Hudsucker towards the window, jumps and smacks into the glass.
Yeah, and
he's like, the other guy's like, plexiglass. Installed it last week. Yep.
It's good. It's good. So they plan to make him fail. They're like, we might be able to get a news story out there that like drags him down a bit, gets investors to leave, stuff like that.
Yeah. You see, the higher he climbs up, the longer he'll fall down.
Exactly. He'll fall down the 42 floors, not counting the
mezzanine.
So Amy, all throughout this, has started to notice a change in Norville. You might say that he's become a bit greedy.
This is the silence to cut that out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm gonna leave that in there.
And she like confronts him after a while because he's acting all big-headed. "You've changed."
Yeah, she's
slaps him.
Yeah, she's like, "You've sold out. I quit," and she quits.
Yeah, she's out.
She's out.
He gets woken up by
the elevator boy.
Oh yeah, he's back.
And he's like, "How you doing, buddy? It's your boy, the elevator boy." He talks just like that, actually.
He does, yeah.
He's like, "All right, I've got this fantastic idea. I gotta show you." And he pulls out a circle, like on a board, just like he had before. Except this time, he shows a straw.
It's not just a straw. It's a bendy straw.
A bendy straw, yes.
And Norville is like, No, get out of here.
That's
You're
a
fired.
stupid idea.
You're fired. Why would you come up with such an idea and try to pitch it to me?
Yeah, no, that's stupid. You're fired. And he's like, "No."
Then after that the paper, they print a story, obviously made up to buy the board.
Yeah, bribed by the board guys to make this story about how he didn't actually make up the hula hoop.
No,
it was actually stolen it
from the elevator boy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I guess you done screwed up. The stocks are going down. Everything's just going down. And he's in a bit of shock at the moment.
He's in shock. The shock turns to depression.
Yep.
And, he's sad. He's very sad. He goes to a bar. Who is manning the bar? None other than Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, no, it's like this 2-minute scene that he has.
He's great.
Cameo. He's great.
He's such a good actor.
While he's at this bar, they're talking to this psychologist, and he says, yeah, he's gone sad, and he's gone crazy. The only way to solve this is to lock him in an asylum and electrocute him. And they're like, yes, that's right. Jolly good. Yes, lock him up.
We should do that. The board are having this meeting on New Year's Day. How do we know it's New Year's Day? Because they're all wearing paper hats.
Yeah, that's true.
It was good.
They send the catchers.
Yeah.
The guys who are meant to grab... They have like a giant comical net to catch him with.
Yep. They send them after him, yeah.
He talks with the lady.
Yes, so Amy also goes over to this bar and she's trying to cheer him up.
But he's having none of it.
Yeah.
He's just drunk as a skunk.
And he leaves.
Yeah.
So he is outside now on New Year's Eve. You know, he's walking around. He sees the elevator boy.
Yeah, and the elevator boy's like, hey, buddy, how's it going? Funny story. They told me that you stole the hula hoop idea from me. How could you do that? How dare you? And he punches him in the face. And then the crowd
punches him.
Yeah, the crowd's like, oh, is it that Norval guy? The cheater and the liar? Get him! And they all chase after him.
Yeah.
He runs, followed by the crowd and the catchers. He goes back to the building.
He goes up to his office and sees that already the name written on the door to his office has been changed from his name to Mossberger's name or whatever his name is. Yeah.
At this point, we get back to the scene where it's a minute from midnight.
Yes. He climbs out onto the balcony.
Yeah.
Well, not really a balcony, more of just
the high-rise building, like the edge just under the window.
Yeah.
Just like at the very start of the movie.
So he climbs out there and the clock strikes midnight.
Yep.
And he's like, no, I don't want to jump off.
Yep.
But it's too late because the building is getting shut down.
Yeah, the lights turn off and the window cleaner guy comes round and closes the window.
Yep. He closes the window, locking it. And when Norville tries to open it, he slips. He slips.
And the window guy watches him.
Yeah.
Evilly. As he falls.
He falls.
And
it was pretty surprising.
Yeah, no, I was not expecting this. I thought it would be the whole thing, fake out and be like, he's gonna jump. Maybe the lady comes in and is like, no, don't jump. You've got so much to live for and all that stuff.
But no, he falls.
But no, he falls off the building.
Yep.
And dies. That's it. End of the movie.
Well,
except
just before he hits the ground, he stops in midair.
Yeah,
and it's not like the film has paused for there to be narration because he's moving around. He's looking around like, what's happening here?
Yeah, at this point I was like, what is happening? What just happened?
It's revealed that the clockworker, whose name is Moses, the clockworker.
Yes.
He has stopped the clock.
Yep.
Thus stopping time.
By chucking a broom into the cogs, he stops the clock, which in turn stops time itself.
And then down from the heavens comes Hudsucker as an angel.
Yes, playing a ukulele, singing a wee little song.
Yes. And he comes down and he's like, mate, first of all, very sorry this is happening to you. Second of all, I'm a little bit annoyed at you, Norville. Yeah. You didn't deliver my blue letter.
And he's like, oh, sorry, Mr. Hudsucker. I'm sorry. I don't even know where that blue letter is anymore. And he says, it's in your coat pocket.
Yeah.
Idiot.
You haven't gotten rid of it. It's still there.
Yeah.
And so he opens up the letter and it is revealed that that Mr. Hudsucker wrote a letter to Mossberger.
Yes.
Saying that whoever takes over the company from him will get all of his stock.
All of his stocks, which means that Norville is like the majority owner of the company.
Yeah.
Which is like, really? I might have a career after all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and he's
all
like,
saved.
see, maybe I thought that might change your mind about this whole thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, Moses the clockworker is locked in combat with the window cleaning guy.
Yes. Because for some reason he's evil. And they have this like fight scene where in the middle of this fighting, the window worker pulls out like a window scraper device.
Yeah.
That's nice and sharp, and he's like, ha ha. And Moses is like, oh no. They have this fight. In the middle of it, Moses has to pull out the broom to defend himself.
Yeah.
Which makes time continue. Which makes Norval fall again. And just about when Norval's about to hit the ground, Moses defeats the window cleaner.
Yeah.
And puts the broom back in.
Now, apparently, I was reading an article about the making of this film, and this scene in particular, the fight scene, was a reshoot. It was a reshoot that the studio demanded that they include like a fight scene of some sort.
Why?
In the end, because it's a big budget movie for cinema going families.
Weird. I don't know. This whole ending was like bizarre.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
I really enjoyed it.
Like. But it was like real bizarre.
But yeah, the fight scene itself was entirely a reshoot after they finished the movie, and the studio was like, "How about a fight scene?"
Yeah,
it was good. So yeah.
He then lets time go again, and Norval falls like a foot to the ground and is fine. And then he runs back to reveal the fact that he's the majority owner.
Yeah, he goes back to the bar and sees Amy and is like, look at this, read this. She reads it and she's like, hallelujah, it's a New Year's miracle.
Go Eagles!
Go Eagles!
And they make up and they hug.
They get together. Then the voiceover reveals everything that happened after this.
Yes.
So Barnes stays on, leads the company to new heights, inventing such things as
the frisbee.
Yeah.
It does another cute scene with a circle, except this time it's not a hula hoop, it's a frisbee.
Yeah.
Which is great. I'm like, yeah, frisbee.
I'm pretty sure Mossberger gets thrown into the mental asylum that he was threatening to put.
Yeah, he goes a little bit crazy and he gets put into the insane asylum.
Elevator boy gets rehired.
Yep.
Good.
And that's it.
And that's the movie.
It was a good movie.
I loved this. This was so much
great.
fun.
I thought it was a really good movie.
I think it might be my favourite one that we've done so far.
Really?
For me, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Better than Greedy.
I think so.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It was more original than Greedy. I enjoyed Greedy, but
I think
we'd seen elements of it before. But yeah.
I agree. I think Greedy was a good film, and this was a good film +1.
Yeah, yeah.
Give it the good film +1. The Infinity +1.
How did you find it going into it, not really expecting the Coen Brothers style to be so prevalent in this?
Yeah, well, I hadn't researched this as much as you had, I guess. I had no idea what was going to happen. The name doesn't really give anything away.
No.
I thought it was great. I was like, oh, yeah, no, I'm really into this. And it had a cool ending and all this stuff. I thought it was really good.
Yeah. It's a shame that it bombed. It's a shame that it didn't do super well.
I'm really surprised because this is a really good film.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That it bombed. I hope it at least made back its money. In like VHS and all that, so
yeah.
It's a goodie. I'm pretty sure we're both giving it a goodie.
It's definitely a goodie. Yeah.
It's a goodie. You should, if you have the time, go back and look it up.
Definitely check it out. 100% a goodie for me and from you as well. This episode's gone on a little long, so I think we'll wrap it up here. The choices for next week, Zach. Your choices. You got some good films to choose from.
All right. Shoot.
Lightning Jack. It is a Western comedy starring none other than Crocodile Dundee, Paul Hogan.
Oh, that's a good one.
You've got The Paper. Ron Howard directed this film. It's about Michael Keaton. He works at a newspaper. And this movie has the highest Rotten Tomatoes score out of all the options so far.
Okay, all right.
Out of every single
Newspaper,
film we've
yeah,
had the
sure.
option to do, this one's got the highest Rotten Tomatoes score.
I mean, that's certainly a consideration if it's got the highest score.
Got a movie called Monkey Trouble.
Uh-huh.
It's about a young girl
Uh-huh.
and a monkey.
Uh-huh.
And I guess they get into trouble.
Uh-huh.
And you've also got your final option.
Then go back to the other one. It's a what?
It's a young
about
girl.
A young girl who gets a monkey.
Yeah, and they get into trouble.
Uh-huh.
That's all I can
Okay,
find out.
all right, yeah.
And your final option is The Naked Gun 33 1/3. The Naked Gun is a classic
Yeah, I
spy
guess that's
comedy
true, yeah.
series that I love. I've seen that film many
really?
times.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Well, not that one then.
Wow. So those are your
So
four
wait,
picks.
Monkey Trouble. Is it a kids film?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
like
100% a
right,
kids film.
It's a kid film.
The
Okay.
the poster is this monkey and this girl with like a backwards hat and like
Uh-huh.
suspenders
Uh-huh.
and like a denim jacket or something.
Okay.
Very
Can
hip.
can we do that one?
Really?
Yes. Yeah, you know, we haven't done a kids film. I might choose Crocodile Dundee, but then again, we've just done a comedy sort of thing. Why don't we do a kids movie, Sandro? Well, I like the sound of Monkey Trouble.
Monkey
I like
Trouble.
monkeys. I like to see if this monkey gets in trouble. Yeah?
Next week, Monkey Trouble.
Yeah!
Oh,
Monkey Trouble.
No. We always end with our favourite quotes while we are finding those favourite
Yep.
quotes. If you do listen to us on iTunes, we ask that you give the show a quick little review. That really helps the show find new listeners. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. We're on literally every podcast platform. We're also both on Instagram. You can give us a follow there if you want to keep in touch. And if you've seen any of these films, or you just want to say hi, or you want to criticize our presenting style,
You can message at Sandro at chuck an email.
Yeah.
Chuck us a review. Call us whatever names you want. Just make sure you rate it 5 stars, obviously.
sure. And that's all.
yeah.
And that's all that's happening. Yeah. So that's where you can find us. We end with our favorite quote from the film.
Yes, mine would be, I'm getting off this merry-go-round. Walk, 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 smacks into glass pane.
I love that one. as well.
Yeah.
Mr. Hudsucker is a great man. He built this company from the ground. Every step he took was on the way up. Aside from his last step.
Bum 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 ba da 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 da.
See ya.
Da 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 da.